What if I told you that in the next 30 minutes you could transform from someone who feels nervous about job interviews in English to someone who walks into any interview room with complete confidence? Today I'm going to give you every phrase, every answer, and every strategy you need to not just survive your English job interview, but to absolutely nail it and get the job you want. Welcome back to Learn English 2 podcast, where we help you master practical English for real-life success. I'm your host, and today we're diving deep into job interview English. This episode isn't just about vocabulary or grammar. We're going to practice actual interview conversations, learn the phrases that impress employers, and build your confidence step by step. Whether you're a recent graduate looking for your first job, someone changing careers, or planning to work in an English-speaking country, this episode will prepare you for every question and situation you'll face. We'll cover everything from walking into the interview room to following up afterward. So get ready to take notes, practice out loud, and transform your interview skills forever. Let's start with essential job interview vocabulary that you'll use throughout the interview process. Understanding these terms will make every conversation clearer and more professional. First, let's talk about the interview process itself. An application is the form you fill out to request a job. Your resume or CV is a document that lists your work experience, education, and skills. A cover letter is a written introduction that accompanies your resume. References are people who can speak positively about your work abilities. The interview is a formal meeting where the employer asks you questions to decide if you're right for the job. The interviewer is the person asking questions, usually a manager or HR representative. HR stands for Human Resources, the department that handles hiring and employee issues. The position or role is the job you're applying for. Qualifications are the skills and experience that make you suitable for the job. Let's talk about employment terms you'll hear. Full-time means working about 40 hours per week, usually Monday through Friday. Part-time is fewer hours, maybe 20 to 30 hours per week. A salary is a fixed amount you're paid yearly, while wages are usually calculated hourly. Benefits include health insurance, vacation time, and other perks the company offers. The probation period is usually the first 3 to 6 months when both you and the employer can end the employment easily. Now let's discuss professional qualities and skills. Experience means the work you've done before in similar jobs. Skills are abilities you have, like computer skills or communication skills. Strengths are things you do well, like being organized or working well with teams. Weaknesses are areas where you could improve. Leadership means guiding and motivating other people. Teamwork is working well with colleagues to achieve goals. Preparation is crucial for interview success. So let's talk about what you should do before your interview. First, research the company thoroughly. Visit their website, understand what they do, learn about their values and recent news. This knowledge shows you're genuinely interested in working there, not just looking for any job. Practice common interview questions out loud. Don't just think about your answers, actually speak them. This helps you sound more natural and confident during the real interview. Prepare specific examples from your experience that demonstrate your skills and achievements. Even if you're a beginner with limited work experience, you can use examples from school projects, volunteer work, or personal experiences. Choose your interview outfit carefully. Business professional or business casual clothing shows respect for the opportunity and helps you feel more confident. Make sure your clothes are clean, pressed, and fit properly. Plan your route to the interview location and arrive about 10 to 15 minutes early. Being late creates a terrible first impression that's hard to overcome. Bring multiple copies of your resume, a list of references, and a notebook for taking notes. This shows you're organized and prepared. Turn off your phone completely, not just on silent. You don't want any distractions during this important conversation. The interview usually begins with small talk and introductions. When you meet your interviewer, stand up, make eye contact, and offer a firm handshake while saying, "Hello, I'm your name. It's nice to meet you." If there are multiple interviewers, greet each person individually. Follow their lead on whether to sit down, and wait for them to indicate where you should sit. The interviewer might start with casual conversation like, "How was your drive here?" Or, "Did you find the office easily?" These questions help break the ice and make everyone more comfortable. Answer briefly and positively. "The drive was fine, thank you," or "Yes, your directions were perfect." This isn't the time for long stories about traffic problems or getting lost. The most common first real question is, "Tell me about yourself." This question terrifies many people, but it's actually a great opportunity to make a strong first impression. Your answer should be a brief, professional summary that connects your background to the job you want. Here's a simple structure that works. Start with your current situation. Mention relevant experience or education, and end with why you're interested in this position. For example, "I'm a recent marketing graduate from State University with strong communication skills and a passion for digital marketing. During my studies, I completed internships where I managed social media accounts and created content that increased engagement by 30%. I'm excited about this position because it combines my marketing education with my interest in helping businesses grow their online presence." Notice this answer is about 60 seconds long, focuses on relevant information, and connects to the job. Avoid personal details like your family situation, hobbies unrelated to work, or your entire life story. Keep it professional and relevant. Let's practice answering other common interview questions with confidence and clarity. Why do you want to work here? This question tests whether you researched the company and have genuine interest. A strong answer might be, "I've followed your company for several months and I'm impressed by your commitment to innovation and customer service. Your recent expansion into sustainable products aligns perfectly with my values and career goals. I believe my skills in project management would contribute to your team's continued success." What are your greatest strengths? Choose strengths that are relevant to the job and provide specific examples. My greatest strength is my ability to solve problems creatively. In my previous role, when our usual supplier couldn't deliver on time, I researched alternatives and found a local supplier who not only met our deadline, but saved the company 15% on costs. This experience taught me that challenges often lead to better solutions. What is your biggest weakness? This tricky question requires honesty balanced with professionalism. Choose a real weakness that won't disqualify you from the job, and always explain how you're working to improve it. I sometimes focus too much on perfecting details, which can slow down my initial productivity. However, I've learned to set specific deadlines for myself and ask for feedback earlier in the process. This helps me balance quality with efficiency. Why did you leave your last job? Or why are you looking for a new position? Stay positive and focus on growth opportunities rather than complaints about your previous employer. I enjoyed my previous role and learned a great deal, but I'm ready for new challenges and opportunities to grow my skills. This position offers the chance to take on more responsibility and work with advanced technology that excites me. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Employers want to know you're ambitious, but also likely to stay with their company for a reasonable time. In 5 years, I see myself as an experienced professional in this field, possibly in a leadership role where I can mentor newer employees and contribute to strategic decision-making. I'm committed to continuous learning and would love to grow my career with a company that values development and innovation. Why should we hire you? This is your chance to summarize why you're the best candidate. Combine your skills, experience, and enthusiasm. You should hire me because I bring a unique combination of technical skills, creative thinking, and strong work ethic. My experience with customer service has taught me to listen carefully and solve problems efficiently. I'm excited about contributing to your team, and I'm committed to exceeding expectations in this role. Now let's talk about salary and benefits. Topics that make many people uncomfortable but are essential parts of the job discussion. If the interviewer asks about salary expectations, you can respond in several ways. If you've researched the market rate, you can say, based on my research and experience level, I understand the range for this position is between X and Y. I'm flexible within that range depending on the complete benefits package. If you're unsure about the appropriate salary range, you can ask, what range did you have budgeted for this position? Or what do you typically pay someone with my experience level? This shows you're interested in fair compensation without appearing demanding or unrealistic. When discussing benefits, ask about health insurance, vacation time, professional development opportunities, and any other benefits important to you. You can say, could you tell me about the benefits package? Or what professional development opportunities does the company offer? Smart questions to ask your interviewer show that you're engaged and serious about the opportunity. Prepare several thoughtful questions in advance. Here are some excellent examples. What does a typical day in this role look like? What are the biggest challenges facing the team right now? How do you measure success in this position? What opportunities are there for professional growth and advancement? Can you tell me about the team I'd be working with? What do you enjoy most about working for this company? What are the company's plans for growth in the next few years? These questions demonstrate genuine interest and help you gather important information about whether this job is right for you. Avoid questions about salary, vacation time, or benefits during the first interview unless the interviewer brings them up. Save these important but potentially sensitive topics for later in the process when there's mutual interest. Also avoid questions with obvious answers you could have found on the company website, as this suggests you didn't prepare properly. Sometimes interviews include challenging situations or unexpected questions. If you don't understand a question, it's perfectly acceptable to ask for clarification. Could you repeat that question? Or I want to make sure I understand what you're asking. Are you wondering about my experience with team leadership? Taking a moment to think is also fine. That's a great question. Let me think for a moment. If you're asked about experience you don't have, focus on related experience and your willingness to learn. I haven't worked directly with that software, but I have experience with similar programs and I learn new technology quickly. I'd be excited to develop this skill further in this role. For behavioral questions that start with, tell me about a time when, use the STAR method: situation, task, action, result. For example, tell me about a time you had to work under pressure. Your answer might be, in my previous job, we had a major client presentation the day after our main computer crashed. I organized our team to recreate the presentation using backup files and alternative software. I delegated specific sections to each team member based on their strengths and coordinated our efforts to meet the deadline. We delivered the presentation on time and won the contract, which was worth $50,000 to the company. As the interview concludes, the interviewer will usually ask if you have any final questions. This is your last chance to make a positive impression. Ask one thoughtful question and express your continued interest. I'm very excited about this opportunity, and I believe my skills would be a great fit for your team. What are the next steps in the interview process? When leaving, stand up, shake hands again, and say, "Thank you so much for your time today. I really enjoyed our conversation, and I look forward to hearing from you." Make eye contact and smile genuinely. These final moments are important for leaving a positive, lasting impression. Following up after the interview is professional and shows continued interest. Send a thank you email within 24 hours. Keep it brief and professional. Dear interviewer's name, thank you for taking the time to meet with me yesterday about the marketing coordinator position. Our conversation confirmed my enthusiasm for joining your team and contributing to your company's continued success. I'm particularly excited about the opportunity to work on digital marketing campaigns and apply my social media expertise. Please let me know if you need any additional information from me. I look forward to hearing about the next steps. Best regards, your name. Let's talk about body language and cultural considerations that can make or break your interview. In most English-speaking countries, direct eye contact shows confidence and honesty. Look at the interviewer when speaking and listening, but don't stare uncomfortably. A firm handshake at the beginning and end of the interview is expected. Sit up straight with both feet on the floor and avoid fidgeting or playing with your hair or clothing. Smile naturally when appropriate, especially when greeting the interviewer and during friendly moments of conversation. However, maintain a professional demeanor throughout. Nodding occasionally shows you're listening and engaged. Keep your hands visible, either folded in your lap or resting on the table, rather than hidden in your pockets or under the table. Punctuality is crucial in business culture. Arriving 10 to 15 minutes early shows respect and reliability. Being more than 20 minutes early can be inconvenient for the interviewer, while being late is usually unforgivable unless there's a genuine emergency. Let's recap the key elements of successful job interview English. Prepare thoroughly by researching the company and practicing your answers out loud. Start strong with professional greetings and a confident handshake. Answer, "Tell me about yourself," with a 60-second professional summary that connects to the job. For other questions, be specific, positive, and relevant to the position. Always prepare thoughtful questions to ask your interviewer, showing genuine interest and engagement. Handle difficult questions by staying calm, asking for clarification when needed, and focusing on your willingness to learn and grow. End the interview professionally by expressing continued interest and asking about next steps. Follow up with a thank you email within 24 hours. And remember that good body language and cultural awareness are just as important as your words. Confidence comes from preparation, so practice these conversations until they feel natural. Your interview English challenge is to practice a complete mock interview this week. Find a friend, family member, or mentor to role-play as the interviewer, and practice answering all the questions we covered today. Record yourself if possible so you can hear how you sound and identify areas for improvement. If this job interview episode helped boost your confidence, smash that like button and share your interview experiences in the comments. What's the most challenging part of interviews for you? Have you had any memorable interview experiences, good or bad? Your stories help other learners prepare and feel less alone in their job search journey. Don't forget to subscribe to Learn English 2 podcast and ring that notification bell. We have incredible episodes coming up on workplace English, business phone calls, and professional email writing. These skills will serve you well throughout your entire career, not just during the interview process. Check the description for links to our previous episodes on business English and professional communication. Keep practicing these interview skills, and remember that every interview is an opportunity to improve, whether you get the job or not. Believe in yourself, prepare thoroughly, and go show them what an amazing addition you'd be to their team. I'll see you in the next episode where we're covering networking and professional relationships in English. Until then, interview with confidence and speak English boldly.